Hey everybody, Ben Frederickson here alongside Jeff Gordon talking some Blues hockey. It's been an unpredictable year, Gordo, for the Blues. We didn't necessarily see Craig Berube getting fired so early in the season. But I gotta say, if on the bingo card we saw Craig Berube getting fired in one box and John Tortorella defending Kevin Hayes of the Blues on another box, we probably would have been expecting Chief to get fired more than Torts coming to Kevin Hayes' defense. They don't like each other. It's part of the reason he's here in terms of how he played and fitting the system in Philly, yet Philly's coach is defending Kevin Hayes. What is going on here?
Yeah, this was quite a story. Cutter Gauthier is a really good prospect, but apparently the previous Flyers regime ticked him off for some reason. Now, the youngster hasn't said what exactly it was, but Cutter said, look, I'm not playing for the Flyers. You know, I'm never signing with you guys. Pulled an Eric Lindros, which is how Eric Lindros got to Philly. So the Flyers trade him. Well, somehow, poor Kevin Hayes gets blamed for this. These guys went to the same school. Kevin took him out golfing. They connected a little bit. They chit-chat, you know. So the fact this kid sours on the Flyers. And oh, by the way, Kevin Hayes and John Tortorella did have a disagreement about how hockey is played, and subsequently Kevin Hayes was traded. People put that together and blamed Kevin Hayes for this. Well, Cutter hasn't explained exactly why he didn't want to play for the Flyers. He said, no, it wasn't. You know, Hayes had nothing to do with it. And John Tortorella, who again had a very big disagreement with Kevin about hockey, came very strongly to the defense of Kevin Hayes as a person. And Torts is a tough coach, but Torts respects veterans, and if there's a disagreement, there's a disagreement. And I'll tell you what, when Matthew DeFranks asked Kevin Hayes about this,
he didn't exactly hold back.
No, this was the least. We talk about sometimes people give
no
an
comment.
ambiguous
This was the
answer.
opposite of a no comment. I'm glad you asked.
It was the most unambiguous answer ever given about what exactly happened. So it went into some detail, like 2.5 minutes of it, often profane. So, by the way, Ben Fred, Flyers are in town Monday, and so Torts and Kevin can wave at each other and such.
Has there ever been a fight in the press box between a player and a media member? Look, I got no problem with this. If you're going to have opinions, if you're going to have reckless opinions that are incorrect and are proven wrong, and no one backs them up, if you're going to use the anonymous sources and everybody comes out and puts their names on it and says actually that's wrong, hey, you gotta stand up for what the truth is. I got no problem with a coach or a player pushing back against something they think is bogus. That's part of the job. If you're gonna dish it, you got to be right first of all. But you also, if it's wrong, you got to own it, or you might be held accountable. So I got no problem with this. It should make for an interesting game on Monday. Except Kevin Hayes isn't mad at anybody on the Flyers. He's probably in some ways appreciative that Torts came to his defense.
Yeah, he is. I'm sure, because that was a man. What a man does, he stands up for the other man. That's beautiful. Now, when it comes to playing the Flyers, yeah, it'll be spirited. But he's happy to be here. Kevin's a good guy. He's added to this team. Flyers are very happy about how life turned out. They're glad that Travis Sanheim's still on the team and Torrey Krug's still here. That's worked out very well for the Flyers. So, but wait till Kevin goes to Philly later this year. Now, that might be, some fans may still want to believe it was his fault.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be
Philly fans
an
are not
interesting
St.
trip.
Louis fans.
Wow, come on, Gordo, you're being hard on the St. Louis fans today. They got some vinegar in them, and we'll see maybe if it is directed at the press box on Monday. We'll see. Hey, this is kind of an interesting storyline in a Blues season that we're kind of still trying to figure out where is it going to go. So this should fire the Blues up a little bit, and we'll see what happens Monday. Great job by our Matthew DeFranks on that story, getting to the bottom of it, and a shout out to Torres for doing the right thing. For Gordo, I'm Ben Frederickson. We'll talk to you next time.